Pico, lay down. You're crazy. You crazy boy. Oh, King is a good boy. Welcome back to episode 2 of my podcast. I think that I want to name this podcast Bean Bag Banter. Comment below if that sounds good. Or if it's awful, also let me know. If you think it's awful, give me a suggestion. I just wanted something that was like fun and playful, and the fact that I am sitting on a giant beanbag and just talking about stuff. So welcome to episode 2 of I gotta be able to say it. Welcome to episode 2 of Bean Bag Banter. Today I wanted to discuss life as a military spouse, specifically in my situation. I say my situation like every military spouse doesn't go exactly through what I'm going through now, which is my first deployment. I want to touch on the fact that I'm also actively training for some really big races and hopefully getting to some bigger, maybe international events while my husband is gone. So a little bit of background, my husband has been in the Marine Corps for almost 19 years. He is a career reconnaissance Marine, but when he got promoted to First Sergeant last April, so in 2024, he was moved over to MARSOC, which is the Special Operations side of the Marine Corps. So he's currently out in the Middle East, doing whatever they do out there, which not exactly 100% sure, but I get to talk to him every couple days, like through text, and I think I've been really lucky, and he's been able to call me like maybe every week and a half-ish, and I actually got to FaceTime him for the first time the other day, which was really exciting because I haven't seen his face other than all the pictures that I look at like every single day, but I haven't seen his face in a month. It was really nice to get to see that, because I miss him, and we got to talk for a while too, which was just so nice. And I was just like cheesing the entire time because I am so in love with that man. Like, just seeing him, and he's just so handsome, and I love him so much. And I just wanted to like grab his head through the screen and just give him so many kisses. And I told him that, and he said, "Ew, he loves me, I swear." Pico, come down here, come on. Pico is whining. Come on, you can come here? Yeah, okay, lay down. Lay down. Okay, that's like really gross. Stop. Oh my God. Okay, looking at my side of things as a military spouse, this is my first deployment. I feel like with most military spouses, they never think that they're gonna be in that position. I never thought that I would be going through this, especially from this end, holding it down at the home front. When I was in high school, I actually really wanted to be either a doctor or a PA, and I specifically wanted to work with veterans in some capacity. I wanted to work at a VA hospital, or just I wanted to help service members. So when I was getting ready to apply for colleges and stuff, I was applying for scholarships, and I actually won the Army ROTC high school scholarship. So when I started college, that first year I did ROTC, and it's not for me. So I thought that experience, I would never find myself in this position. I thought, if anything, I was gonna be the one who was deploying, not the other way around. But I'm very blessed. I'm going through my first deployment, and it's been really difficult. I cry randomly, like all the time. I was watching Happy Gilmore 2 the other day, and like anytime that Happy's like wife who died would like show up, or like he would think about his daughter, her sons, or just like family, or grandma and stuff like that, I would just start crying. crying. And yeah, I just cry about a lot of things, especially when I'm like, if I'm scrolling through social media and I see that somebody got like engaged, or like somebody posts like their wedding video or like something like that, or it's just like a really like sweet heartfelt moment between like a husband and wife, like it makes me cry so hard. So all that to say, I miss my husband a lot, but what I've been trying to do is keep busy. I think the biggest piece of advice that I got was to keep as busy as possible. The day that my husband deployed, I dropped him off at the airport and I drove to Tennessee, and I spent that first week with my family, my dad's side of the family. And then when we got back, I was home for I think 5 days, and then I flew out to Vegas. And while we were in Vegas, we also went to California and back to Vegas because we were visiting my mom's side of the family, and my mom's like from that area. This last week I've been home, but I've been training a lot. I've had like a ton of meetings, like figuring a lot of like really cool stuff is happening, but figuring out like more details and stuff about it. And I am, at the time that I am filming this, I am going to be leaving for Wisconsin for USAT Nationals in the next couple hours. But then once I get back, like I'll be home for a while, but I'll be having like families visiting and stuff like that. I was also told that the first 3 months, they go by super fast, which this first month honestly has gone by faster than I thought it was going to. There were some days there that I was like, I cannot believe that I have to do this for 6 months. In the 2 years that we have known each other, this is the officially, by a couple days, the longest that we've been apart. So obviously the longer we go, like the harder and stuff it's gonna get. Like I said, first 3 months apparently goes by fast, and then those last 3 months are not fun, especially at the end of the year, you know, when Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all that kind of stuff. I've been told that that time of the year is really hard. So how do I stay busy day to day, especially when I'm not traveling and I'm just home? Well, one, I create content. That's part of one reason why I wanted to start a podcast, was just to give myself time every week to sort of reflect. So this week is going through the deployment, and I'm hoping to share a little bit more about my experience, because I feel like when you talk about your experience, it helps other people. It helps them not feel alone. And, you know, also by me doing this and speaking up, like, hey, like this sucks for me. I've actually had people, you know, give me tips and like that kind of stuff. And people have reached out on social media that actually live in my area and are like, hey, like, do you want to meet up and go for a run? Like, absolutely, I would love to. So it's honestly been a really great way to connect with more people by kind of sharing this part of my story. But other than content creation, I am training so much. Like so much, and I love it, and I'm super excited because the end of this year is just really focused on short course, and really for the foreseeable future I'm focused on short course. Start focusing on the World Championships, which are in October, and I'm hopeful to be getting in the pool every single day, you know, continuing to get stronger on the bike and really hone in on the run. Honestly, I'm so grateful to get to say that that's what I do full time. I train and I have these incredible goals that I'm striving for. Another thing that I've been doing is cooking. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about the healthiest possible nutrition plan that I can do to, you know, make sure I know all the ingredients that are going into my body, keeping things like super simple, super clean. I've had some digestive issues. My last race was not great. I was having a conversation with my husband over text. I was trying to figure out like care packages, because my family has asked like, hey, like, does he have an address that we can send things to? They work like she works in the music industry and stuff like that. So my aunt is planning on sending some stuff out to him and his guys just to keep the morale up, and hopefully they get some fun bands and stuff like merch. I saw a couple of the bands that have stuff going to them, and I think my husband is very excited about it. So that's really cool. While I was asking him like, hey, like, what is like the address, like all these things. And one thing I asked him was, how many deployments have you been on first? He has been on 12. So this is currently his 13th deployment in the almost 19 years that he has been in. And then I asked him, have you received a care package before? And he said no. And that honestly broke my heart. Like, I love that man more than anything, anyone in the entire world. I never thought that I would say that because I'm the biggest daddy's girl ever, and I never thought I would love a human more, or anybody more than I love my dad. And I'm sorry, Dad, if you see this. I do love you, I promise, but I love my husband like way more, which is crazy. But with how much I love my husband, that crushed me. Like, my heart just went, and that made me so sad. So I have made it my mission to make up for 12 deployments of no care packages in this one deployment. So I am actively planning out different care packages. I've ordered the military care kits that you can get from the post office. And I am like working on trying to send out care packages like every couple weeks. Obviously this first month I have not sent anything because I've been traveling a lot, but I'm going to get on top of it. And first care package, my plan is, my husband has requested super comfy inserts and his Ultimas, which he has no idea where they are. So I have to find them. I have a couple of the brands that I've been working with. They're gonna be sending some stuff, so I'm really excited about that too. If you have any suggestions on what makes an amazing care package for somebody who is in the Middle East, definitely comment that below. Any and every idea, please let me know, because I really wanna make this special for my husband, because this is his last deployment. But also, I just want him to feel how much I love him, even though he's thousands of miles away from me. I just want him to open the box and just like feel like I'm hugging him and giving him kisses and stuff like that. Because I can't do that. Hope you enjoyed this episode talking about my experience during my first deployment as a military spouse. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.